Some of you are not in relationships moving toward marriage. You are in emotional parking lots. Nobody says that part out loud because technically the relationship still exists. They text you every day. They say, "I love you." They hold your hand in public. Maybe you have even been together for years. But somehow the future always feels strangely blurry. Like you are emotionally standing in line for something that never fully opens. That uncertainty exhausts people quietly. And the painful part? You keep convincing yourself that patience means progress. Sometimes it just means staying emotionally stuck longer. A lot of people stay in dead-end relationships because nothing feels bad enough to leave. There is no cheating, no huge betrayal, no dramatic explosion. Just quiet confusion, quiet delay, quiet emotional limbo. Because relationships that are never heading toward marriage rarely collapse dramatically. They slowly drain certainty out of you instead. That ambiguity slowly drains self-worth. And that is what makes this so hard to recognize. One of the clearest signs is this. You feel nervous bringing up the future. Not because you are needy. Because deep down, you already know the conversation changes the atmosphere every time. People who genuinely see you in their future do not treat commitment conversations like hostage negotiations. They may need time. They may move slower emotionally, but there is still movement, still reassurance, still direction. Emotionally invested people create movement eventually, not endless vagueness disguised as going with the flow. And here is where people accidentally waste years of their lives. They confuse comfort with commitment. Just because somebody is emotionally familiar does not mean they are building a future with you. Some people love companionship, consistency, access to affection, support, physical intimacy, but they still do not fully choose you. That half-commitment keeps people emotionally trapped for years. That is why you can spend years with somebody and still feel strangely insecure inside the relationship. Because your nervous system notices what your hope keeps trying to rewrite. Hope can keep people attached to emotionally unavailable situations far too long. Another painful sign? You constantly feel fitted into their life instead of built into it. Their plans happen first. You get added afterward if there is room. You adjust constantly. You wait constantly. You become understanding constantly. Meanwhile, your own needs start feeling too heavy to bring up. That changes people slowly. You stop asking questions. Stop expressing disappointment. Stop requesting clarity. Not because you healed, because you adapted to emotional uncertainty. That emotional shrinking becomes normal frighteningly fast. And adaptation can look a lot like peace until you realize you are silently abandoning yourself to maintain the relationship. Another thing people overlook is invisibility. After years together, you still feel strangely undefined. Maybe family barely knows you. Maybe friends know almost nothing about the relationship. Maybe everything exists in this weird, unofficial gray area where commitment is implied emotionally, but avoided verbally. That ambiguity is not always confusion. Sometimes it benefits the person avoiding commitment. Sometimes it is strategy. Because keeping things undefined gives emotionally unavailable people room to enjoy the relationship without fully committing to the responsibility of it. And the hardest sign of all? You already feel the grief before the relationship even ends. That quiet sadness after conversations. That ache when marriage gets mentioned online. That sinking feeling watching other couples move forward while your relationship stays emotionally frozen in place. Your body understands stagnation before your mind accepts it. Because love moving toward marriage usually creates security over time. Not more confusion. Not more hesitation. Not more emotional guessing games. And yes, relationships take patience. Healthy commitment is not built overnight. But there is a difference between slow growth and standing still while somebody keeps you emotionally attached to potential. Potential keeps people waiting longer than reality ever should. A person who truly wants a future with you eventually creates clarity. Not perfect timing. Not perfect answers. Clarity. And if years keep passing while clarity never arrives, that silence may already be your answer. Subscribe to LoveLens.